Hello folks, today I will talk about ngClass in Angular, what it do. With Angular, with the ngClass we can add the stylings, we can add the styling CSS classes on any HTML element. So it is just a way to assign CSS classes. Here I will talk about the various syntaxes. So there are many syntaxes to implement this ngClass. So you can use any syntax according to your requirement. And it is very important feature in Angular. ngClass is used to add or remove any CSS class. With this you can use class as a directive, and it accepts string, array, object or map. So after if after giving the example, you can easily understand how it is used as a directive and how it is accepting these types. So with the ngClass binding, you can use properties to add conditions directly on template class. Template class means the HTML part. So with on the HTML you can easily add this thing. You can easily add conditions directly on the HTML template. So it is also a good way to assign C classes dynamically. So if you if you want to add or remove any class, so you can use this ngClass. In the JavaScript we use in the class list add remove methods to add or remove the classes. So here we use in the Angular we use ngClass to achieve that. It can be used in case suppose we need to show some buttons according to requirement, means requirement like to show a hide button, to show hide buttons, and this you can use here ngClass with the classes. You can show and hide the buttons. And second use case is sometimes you need to disable mouse event. So in that case you can also use that. Means disable mouse event means with the CSS property we can disable its behavior. We can disable the mouse event. So means there is a pointer event CSS. With that we can enable disable the pointer events. So means with the class we can also achieve that. So these are different syntax to add the ngClass in any HTML element. So first is curly braces, and curly braces with multiple options. Third one is the dynamic counter, and fourth one is ternary operator. So let me move to one by one on the syntax. You can easily convert this the if-else condition to a ternary operator syntax. So let me show you the example now. How exactly this ngClass is working. So here we have added the ngClass on the element. So let me enable that. So this is the curly braces that we use to add the styling. And what we have written here, Angular gives the following indication of any class. If state of class true, it means it uses the show control, and ng test means it is visited and control, and the control value changed to ng directly, and presents the control value. Present that the control value is valid and adds ng valid class. I will also show you this with the example. And if the state of the class is false, means it is in use, then shows control. Untouched means it is not visited, and the control value changed to ng prestige, and presents that the control value is valid in ng invalid class. So you can find all these things after rendering the components. So as you can see here on the elements, we are getting this ng content, and so with that you can easily identify that ng reflect ng class. So with that you can find the state of the class, and these are the basic syntax So first is means if you want to, this is another way, class dot my class, and this is the condition. If you want this my, if you want to add this my class on this element on this condition, then you can use this syntax. And if you want to use we means you can also convert this into the ng class also. And if you have multiple options, then what you can do, you can add this class name, and here you can add the condition. So according to that condition, it will add that class. And third is you can use this object JSON, and means here you can also define the number. So it will add that class. So there are multiple ways to achieve this. So here we have taken example of car. If car name is mjector, then we are using this class alert primary, means whatever the CSS written in alert primary, it will add to that element. So according to the car name, we are adding the multi classes. So you can easily define those things differently, and you can add this class. So let me show you more example now. So here what we have, so here we have ng class. So this is for with so I think I have not corrected the text yet. So here with one condition, it is adding with one condition, it is adding that class. So let me show you. If this is step equal to step 1, then it will add that class. So what is the step here? So step is this thing. So step equal to 1 currently we have defined here. So it means it is not equal, then I think it will not add this class. So as you can see here, it has not added any class. But now if you change this type to step class, you can create a new variable, and here do one thing, step condition equal to, so whatever is written here means we need to satisfy this condition, then it will add that class. So let me save this. So now let's check it again. So as you can see, it added the my class because it satisfies the condition. So this class will be added here. So there are different syntaxes. So first is this with one condition, and with, so this one is with the multiple condition. And next is with ternary operator, means with the if else condition. If this condition true, then it will add the my class 1, otherwise it will add the my class 2. And same this with this type is special. So if this condition true, so what is it is special? So currently this is special is true, means it will add this special class. And what we have written in this special class, in the special class it has written font weight and font size this. So we have defined this thing. So if you check this div is special. So as you can see here, it had added that CSS here. The class is special, and it has added these fonts whatever we defined in the CSS. Next, it is also an another syntax. So these are the class names that we have defined here, and if it satisfies this condition, then these class names will be added. So currently we have defined all these three true, so means all these three are identified as true, and it has added all the three classes. But if I change just one class to false, then it will not add that class on this element. So as you can see, it has added both class, not the third one that we have just created to the false. It is not showing that. So you can easily update those classes, and And next one is I think we have covered this. We have already covered this multiple and single. So let's remove it. And next let's move to the dynamic counter. So whatever the counter you defined here, so it will add that counter class to that element. So so here we have defined 1 2 3, and here we have defined the step 1. So it satisfies the first condition, means my class 1. So on this element it will add this my class 1 on this dynamic container. So here with the dynamic step counter, so here it added my class 1 to this element. Next is another case. So here we have defined current classes. What current classes do we defined here? So these are the current classes that we defined currently, means currently we have not defined any class here. So what it show initially, so there is no class currently on this element, and on the below one it is also means this will work after we set this current class. So let's set this current class here. What we are doing in set current class, so it is adding these classes, savable, modified and spatial. So let's see how it's working. So if I add this set current class, what it will do, so currently there is no CSS on those elements. Now if we change it to refresh current class, now it has added these 3 classes here, savable, modified, special. Then means initially we have no class, but after setting this current class, then we have then it adds the styles on both the elements. So I think we can remove the second one, that this div is initially, no, this div is initially empty. Initially this div is initially on this div there is no class. This div after set current classes, after calling set current classes, it add these classes, it adds these classes, and initially it has no class. Initially this div has no class. So you can implement this according to your requirement. ngclass. So let's see what has left till now. So we have covered the syntaxes, we have covered the syntax also. Thanks guys for watching.